All right, so we are at my nephew's apartment building in Jefferson City after the F3 tornado. This is the end of May 2019, and so we are here to try to save the washer and the dryer and check to see if this building is structurally safe enough that we can get it out. But this is just amazing to see what Mother Nature can do. Got a helicopter up there. I cannot imagine what it was like to be in here when this happened. Now, Brandon was at work. Thank goodness he was at work. It was about 11 o'clock at night when the tornado hit, so he was not here. But I have other friends his age that are my kids' age that one young man was in the second floor of one of these buildings when the roof got ripped off, and he ended up looking up in the sky with no roof. He was unscathed, which I can't even imagine how he did not get hurt. But at any rate, this is just mind-blowing. Lets you know the power. Look at that tree there. The power of Mother Nature when a storm hits. So we'll get in here and see what we can do. So it's pretty overwhelming looking at all this, and it kind of just bugs me thinking somebody was in there when this thing hit. Somebody was sitting in that place when all this came down. And just imagine the terror, how horrified somebody must have been sitting up in the upstairs of these places here when the tornado ripped through, right in the middle of the entire apartment complex, right through the middle. Like, this is dead center of a T3 tornado. Why, oh why, Lord, would something like that happen? I don't know. I mean, it could have gone in many other places, but unfortunately it went through this high concentration of people area with all these folks living in these apartments. So this is the end of this apartment complex. It's old, and maybe it's a blessing in disguise, but actually it is a blessing in disguise because nobody was killed in here. Nobody was hurt. Look at the structural damage there. Wow. So all of these buildings are going to be torn down. This is the end of it. So it's going to have a nice peaceful ending, and everybody's going to have a nice new place to live. And there's been an outpouring of help with the cleanup, and I'm sure there's been an outpouring of help as far as helping people to find new places to stay. Everybody's pitching in. It's quite a deal, very overwhelming. So here we go, back to work. So I just talked to a guy who said that he was in a second floor of his building, and he took his dog and ran and jumped into the bathtub for cover. And then he looked up and the ceiling lifted off and blew up into the sky. Now that's crazy. And he told me that there were several children, several babies, newborns, that were in these buildings, in these apartments, many of them on second floors, and not a single person was hurt. There were some people that were trapped, but they were able to get them out, but nobody was hurt. Now that's just a miracle. Who could even explain that? Looking at this tree up here, this tree that's knocked into this building, great big tree, just came crashing right into that building. Wow. So we're done with the cleanup here. Still can't fit this in my head. This is just spectacular. Okay, so we're finishing up. There's Big Sister there, here helping out her son. Look at this car. This just sums it up right here. Check that out. Just destroyed. So we were inside here. It's kind of a little disorganized. Michaela and my nephew were inside the building, and one of the construction workers told them to stay in while the fork truck was knocking down the brick wall, and everybody started screaming. Kind of crazy, but I guess we're doing the best that we can. So thank goodness it's about done. We're gonna leave quite a bit there and just get some fresh new stuff and let God bless them with new furniture and not worry about it. So wow, experience. This is something else. Who could ever wrap their mind around this? How about that? That's all we got.